Hi guys, it's me Danielle Danny Buttons, and I'm here with my first color and chat of 2019. Woohoo! So, yeah, it's been a while. I'm excited to be back to color and chatting. I'm in a pretty big coloring slump. I haven't gotten a lot done recently, but we have to change that. New year, new habits, right? So, I'm going to be coloring today out of Faedorables, Sweet and Simple by Selena Fenich. I don't know how you say her name, but this book has turned into my testing book. I just do all types of things in here. It's single-sided and there's 2 of each, so I think that makes me feel free to do that. I'll flip through some of the things I've already done because the page I picked is pretty far in there. But this was just with Crayola markers and then Prismacolors. This was with Inktense, more Prismacolors. This was my now husband and I each colored one. That's mine with Inktense and that's his with Prismacolors. We might do that again. Let me know if you want to see us color again because that was a lot of fun for me. And if you guys request it, I don't think he can say no. So, let's see what else. I know there's more. More Prismacolors. This was with my gel pens, but they're like the Pentel Sparkle Pop, and they're gorgeous. I don't know if you can tell how pretty they are. They're each like dual tone, so it's like purple and blue, and then light green to dark green almost. It's hard to explain it. But I was doing this, and I was realizing it was draining those pens so much. So they're now writing pens instead of coloring pens, and I'm just going to finish this with something else eventually. I think that's also Prismacolors. Oh, this one was entirely gel pens, and they're all metallic gel pens. I think Anne from A Colorful Life had a challenge last year to use just gel pens. And at the time, this was all I had, because these I used to write Christmas cards. But I think that came out cool. And for some reason, those didn't drain nearly as fast. So again, I'm not using those other ones for coloring anymore. And today, I'm going to do this page. And I've decided to use this book because I'm going to try out my new chalks. I yelled that a little. I forgot I have the new microphone. Yeah, again, if this is your first video of mine, I just got a tiny little microphone. I'll show you the box. That hopefully it's making me sound okay. But we're going to have to see if it blocks out background sound at all because the mail hasn't come yet and my dog will let us know when that's here. So, my husband got this off of Amazon for, I'm sure, not that expensive. But if you do get one, and you have an iPhone, remember that iPhones no longer have headphone jacks, so you either have to use your little dongle thing or get an adapter or just get a microphone that works with that. So if anyone wants this specific one, I can try to get the link from him. Let me know. But yes, on we go. I got these for Christmas from my now sister-in-law, and I'm nervous to use them because I've seen people do magical backgrounds with chalks, but I don't know how much it rubs off, or yeah, just that's the biggest concern is I don't want it smearing everywhere. So I'm going to attempt a background on this little lady with these, and I'm also going to use my new Tombos. I didn't haul these in my Christmas haul because I bought these on Thanksgiving, actually. I went to Michael's on Thanksgiving, and these were on a pretty good deal. I think they were $12 or $14 per pack, and that's basically what they are on Amazon, so I figured I would get 2 while I was there. And I intend to use these in my Disney color by numbers, but I can use them here too. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. I'm just gonna go for it. I don't know how to use these either. I have no idea how to use the colorless blender. I'm really, really bad with markers, and I'd like to get better, but it's not gonna happen instantly, so don't expect this picture to be amazing. I think I'm going to do her first and then the background because I feel like that will give me the least amount of smudging. Yeah, that's the word. But I'm obviously going to just straight color because that's all I know how to do with markers. So this should be pretty quick. I think I'm going to make her hair purple. I have no idea if anyone's up with the Tombos. This is $6.65. They don't have names. This is from the Bright palette. That's what the 12 pack is called. They have a brush end and a like bullet point nib. So we're just gonna see what happens. Oh boy. Also, I have a paper underneath, so hopefully I don't get a mess everywhere. But I'm not used to filming on camera anymore, and I'm like so far away from the picture. I used to, when I was younger, get in trouble because I would basically lay my head on the desk next to the paper when I was writing, and everyone was mad at me for that. By everyone, I mean like teachers, because they thought it would be bad for my eyesight. And they were probably right. Who's to say? So, yeah. I use these pens in my color by numbers. And well, I mostly use black so far. And I do all the outlining in the nib side. And then if there's a bigger section to fill in, I use the brush side. So I'm hoping to slowly collect them when they're on sale and maybe use more. Because I really like using markers in those books because it looks really nice, but I'm not very good at it. I don't know. I don't have many colors. Because with that, you're obviously trying to match the colors of the characters. So you can't just use whatever you got. So yeah, I figured I would talk a little bit about my goals for the year since this is the first color and chat. I have some goals for the YouTube and the coloring and just fun life goals. I don't know if I'll share anything more serious, but I don't right now have resolutions necessarily, but I see no problem with it. I know a lot of people get like angry that people make resolutions or that people wait until the new year to start something or things like that. But in my opinion, if you want to change and this is when you're going to start, do it. Don't be mad at other people for making changes. Like, that's fine. I usually resolve to make changes now and a lot of times on my birthday. But my birthday's in November, so they're kind of close together. But yeah, so for coloring, I usually like make goals every month on how much I want to color, etc., etc. So I always want to color at least 5 pictures from my Disney coloring books because I was desperate to get them and I like rushed them all and I got them the day they came out kind of thing, and they were not cheap. So I like to make sure I get my use out of them. And also, I need to be using them so then if any more come out, I'm ready. Also, speaking of that, since they're French coloring books, I have no way to know if more are coming. Like, I don't know how to look it up. So if you know if any more of them are coming, can you let me know? Because I want them and I'll start saving if they are. But yeah, so that's one of my goals, is to just do 5 pages from my Disney books a month. And usually a separate goal is to just do 5 pages that are not Disney a month, because the first few months I got the Disney books, that's all I would color and I neglected everything else. So I also don't want to be doing that. So 10 pages a month is my overall goal. Some months that's ridiculous and I don't get close. Some months I far surpass it. So we'll see what kind of month January is for me. Hopefully by the end of this video, I'll have this page done, and that'll be number 1. I'm actually in progress on a Disney page and on a not Disney page. But again, I was in a slump for so long that I kind of have like colorer's block, and I'm doubting all of my choices for colors and things like that. So it's taking me a long time. Speaking of a long time, I kind of feel like this is taking a long time, but hopefully it's all right. Also, I find, and you're probably already seeing it, I go outside the lines with markers so much more than with pencils because I just want to go quick with markers, and like my urge to go quick overcomes everything else. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so those are my goals for like monthly, what to do. Another big goal I have is to not be afraid of coloring books. I don't know if everyone does this. I'm sure some of us do, but we get books that we just think are so beautiful, so perfect, whatever, that we don't actually color in them. So I have a few books like that right now that I have not colored in at all, and I really want to, and I don't want to be afraid. And there goes my dog. Noodles, come here. What's wrong? She might have to go to the restroom. Come here, Noodles. It's hard to tell if she has to go to the bathroom or if she's barking out the window. So I try to get her to come here, and then usually I can tell. Noodles. I guess we'll be able to test if you can hear her pretty easy right now. Alright, she's definitely not at the window. I have to be right back. So, one second. She seems to just be walking around the house barking. So, we have not gone out, but hopefully she's done. I don't know. My dad went out today and like somebody came in the house to pick him up, and she hates that and she thinks they're still here. So, they're not. It's fine. So, hopefully she calms down. But yeah, so my goal is to not be afraid of my books and actually color in them. Also, see how bad I am at markers. You can like see this line real bad. Is this what colorless blenders are for? Should I just try it? Sure. I bet you this is not what it's for. Let's see. Blend. Did it work? Is that getting rid of the lines? Oh my goodness. My life has changed. Does this like get rid of all the lines? No. That might not be doing anything. I don't know. All right. So, some of the books I'm talking about are the Thomas Kinkade Disney book. I love that book. It is so beautiful. Not colored in it at all. Colored half a page. Forest Girls. I was desperate to have that. Colored half a page. What else? I got Minuet de Bonheur. I don't remember the name of it. It's a Korean coloring book, I think. Haven't colored anything. Sagor Ok Sagner. Desperate for that book. I have actually been coloring in it, but I'm already afraid, and I have stopped a little bit. And I just recently got the newest Clara Markova book, The Fairy Miracles, that I know is also going to be an intimidating one. But I really want to color in these because what else do we have them for? I think I have the problem where I'm like, I'm not talented enough to color in these because so many beautiful pictures come out of these books by amazing artists. And I see it all over Instagram and Facebook, and I'm like, oh no, I can't do that. But I can't do that because I don't try to do that. So that's a big part of it. I could take the time to learn if I wanted to. At least learn techniques. Obviously, I'm not going to be an expert in one shot, but I really don't... That's not my style for coloring. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, I just need to do it. Jump in. And all these books have so many pictures that it's not like it's ruining the whole book if I mess up one picture. The only thing that I am worried about with those books is that I don't want to bleed through or to like smudge everywhere, and that's why I'm trying on this book first, my new pastels, because I do not want to bleed everywhere and ruin other pictures in the double-sided books. So I think someone left a comment for me to get workable fixative, and I'm going to have to do that. But that always made me nervous because it's in like a spray can, right? I don't know, that just seems scary to be spraying anything on your books. But if that works for people, I'm just going to have to do it. So I'll have to see if I can get Samuel to bring me to Michael's soon, or I'll just order it on Amazon. But I like Michael's, so I'm going to try. So, yes, another coloring goal. What are they? I want to post more on here. And yes, it's not entirely coloring because I could post other things, and obviously YouTubing is not the same as coloring, but I want to just keep being consistent and keep growing and making more friends on here. And flip side, I need to start watching more colorists on here. I feel like I always see other people's videos and they'll be like, oh yeah, this person and this person, and I'm like, I don't know who they are, and I should, because that's how you make friends, is you figure out who people are. So it's always funny. That's why I always say, I mention Anne a lot because she's one of the people I do watch. And so I always try to be like Anne from A Colorful Life. So just in case you don't know who Anne is, you can find her by her channel name. And on one hand, I'd be surprised if you don't know who Anne is. But on the other hand, no, I wouldn't, because the internet's big. So maybe you're just starting to watch ColorTube, or maybe you're secretly here from my scrapbook days. So who knows? But yeah, I have just hit 1,000 subscribers, which is super exciting. But it's kind of funny because I had like 800 before I started doing coloring here. So they're mostly from my old channel life and not coloring. So I really want to make more color specific friends, but it's cool to have hit the 1,000 anyway, because now I can use like all the community stuff, and I can do polls, and I can do posts and whatever, things like that, or so I've been emailed and told. But so my goal is really just to be consistent on this channel, and I really want to start upping my game. I need to learn how to edit more than just squishing 2 clips together in iMovie, because that's what I do now. And I really want to make like an intro, and I want to make like, no, just the editing. I got to make an intro. I have to figure that out. At minimum, I need like a picture. I could probably do that myself. But I got the little microphone that I hope is helping, and that's it for now. But hopefully I'll post more, make more friends, and that's exciting. What else is my goals? I had another one and I forgot, and I should have written these down, but that would have been too smart. I just saw the opportunity to film and jumped at it. Also, now I'm like 20 minutes in and I'm still doing her hair, and I'm not even doing a good job. This is what I'm talking about. I'm like, oh, this is terrible, but it's all right. That's another thing with me personally and my coloring, is as I'm doing it, I hate it with a lot of art I make. And then when I'm done and I get to like step back and actually look at it, I'm like, oh, that's actually not that bad. So that happens a lot, and that's like encouraging and discouraging, because that's why it'll take me so long to like pick colors or whatever, because I'm like, oh no, this is going terrible, blah 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 blah, and then I'm like, oh wait, no, that actually did look pretty good. So especially like with more patterns, I'm doing a page right now off camera for my Color the Decades book that I got for my birthday, and I really love it, but there's a lot of patterns, and I'm trying to figure out how to not make it look a mess. So I'm just such an impatient crafter, which is funny because I really enjoy doing tedious things, but then I get to a point and I'm just like, all right, I'm done. So we'll see how that dries. May blend some more, but there we go. We've begun. I'm just going to do her tail in the normal green. Just going to make a lot of noise is what I'm going to do. Should I do, yeah, apparently this is 173. Sure. I'm just going to do the whole tail in the same color, because again, this really isn't even the point of this video. The point of this video is to use the new chalks. This is just like bonus content here. But yeah, so hopefully you'll be seeing more of me and you'll be seeing me color things that scare me. That's the goal. So cross our fingers that that's how that works out. One of my goals for like my personal life, I think is a fun one, is called Operation Walk the Dog. And it is my goal to walk Noodles 100 times this year. Because now that we have a fenced in yard, we very frequently just put her outside and she like runs around and jumps by herself out there. But I want to take her on full-fledged walks to the park, around the block, wherever, because she has energy and maybe she'll be less barky inside if we walk her as often as we can. So, and I figure 100 is good because obviously there'll be days we're busy and then just like weather days, because she will not go outside when it's wet. She's kind of a diva. So I think 100 is a good goal. But it's funny, I posted in a journal group, I posted a page of how I'm going to track it, and someone was like, you don't walk your dog? We walk our dog 3 to 4 times a day. And I'm like, what? No, we just put her outside, and that's why I'm trying to get better. But thank you for being super judgmental. Like, I keep my dog in a box. No, she's free to do what she wants. She's outside a whole bunch. She's gonna be okay. So it's just funny that people think like that. I might just do her little seashells in the green also. I switched to the lighter green, which I did not say out loud, but I'm sure you can see. So I think I'm gonna put her in a pink teacup because why not? I have limited colors to work with. So we might as well. Do I have pink and dark pink? Whoa. These are, in fact, very bright. I like it. But yeah, so that's one of my personal goals. Also, I'm not going to tell you specific numbers, but I'm doing a diet bet. And I'm excited and terrified. And Diet Bet is basically a website where you can, like, pledge. Well, it's a certain number. I think it's, well, the one I'm doing is $25 a month, which that's a lot of money. I don't usually spend that kind of money. Well, I've never done something like this, is what I should say. So it's intimidating to spend that kind of money, but I'm hoping it's actually motivating and then it will all be worth it. But basically, you could either do a 1-month bet or a 6-month bet. And I am in a 6-month bet. And in that 6 months, I have to lose 10% of my body weight. So I'm not going to tell you those numbers, but I got to lose some weight. So I'm hoping it will be super motivating, the thought of losing my money. I have been pretty successful so far. It's only been like 4 days, but we're doing it so far. And yeah, I hope that goes well. The first month, you have to lose 3% to win the pot. Yeah, there's a pot. I don't know if I'm explaining this right at all. It is 6 months, but there's each round, so each month, there's a different goal to hit. So you could, in theory, win 6 times. Or you can lose 4, win 2. Or you can lose 5, win 1. Or you can lose all 6, whatever it may be. But right now, for round 1, you have to lose 3% of your total body weight. And if you do that, you'll win the pot. And the pot is like up to almost $80,000 right now. But there's like over 6,000 people playing the game. So I kind of hope that I win and they all lose. But we'll see what happens. And yeah, again, it's been 3-4 days. But so far, I'm motivated. And walking Miss Noodles is definitely helping. So hooray for that. But yeah. So that's kind of another goal. And I might actually be foiled and sabotage myself because we just last night booked a cruise. So that's another exciting thing that's happening. And my dad is now addicted to cruises. He probably went about 20 years without going on vacation at all. Because growing up, he would just like send me, and I would go with like family, friends, whoever, myself. And we didn't have enough money for everyone to go, or like for me to do what I wanted and him to do something else. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. So he didn't go on vacation for, I think we decided 21 years. And then we went on a cruise, and now he's addicted, and now he's been on one more cruise, and now we just booked the next one. So in the end of March, the last week of March, we're going on a cruise, and I cannot wait. I love cruising a lot. It's possibly my favorite way to travel. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to go to too many different places, so that's a bummer, but I still love it because so much is done for you. They clean for you, they feed you everything, they take you places, so you really don't have to worry about anything, and I just enjoy that a lot. Having real bad anxiety, it can be scary to have to plan all that yourself, so getting it done for me is ideal. So, doing that. Coming up soon. Oh, and all that to say is that I have to weigh in for the diet bet like the day we get back. So I'm a little bit nervous. And my goal is just to lose more weight than I need to. And then if I gain some back, I gain some back. Because it's really, really hard not to gain weight on cruises. Because like I said, they feed you and like the price of the cruise includes all the food. So there's lots of choices, lots to eat, it's lots. So hopefully I do not sabotage myself too badly. Another one of my goals, I guess I'm going to talk about, is I'm hoping to continue to read a lot. When I was younger, I read a whole ton. Like, I remember playing hooky from school once so I can sit home and read, which was a little bit strange, but my mama let me, so I did it. But I loved reading. I loved, like, summer reading the most. I loved getting the list of what we'd had to read over the summer and then just, like, trying to read all of it. I don't know why that was my favorite thing. I just loved reading. I was never denied books. If we were at a store and I wanted toys, my parents would say no. But if I wanted books, they always said yes. So I always loved reading. And then when I went to college, that dropped off drastically. Like, I went from reading 2-3 books a week to reading nothing at all. And for years, I literally wouldn't finish a book in a whole year. Or I would finish only one book in the whole entire year. And that's crazy because I love reading so much when I was younger. And I never stopped buying books, by the way. I have tons and tons that I've purchased, but I just wasn't reading any of them. So I think 2 years ago, definitely last year, so I'll just say last year, I finally started picking it up again and started reading more. And I liked Goodreads because it tracks everything for you, and I love tracking things. So I would keep count of how many books I was reading. And I started listening to audiobooks too, which at first I felt like was cheating, but that's kind of silly. Like, it's not cheating. If that's how you're getting your reading done, good for you. And I would have a problem with, like, I always needed to be multitasking. So with audiobooks, I could just have an audiobook going and be doing something else at the same time. So it was easier for me to do that than to sit and read. Or I would literally have an audiobook going and then also just have the physical book in front of me, and then I could put it on double speed and it would help me focus. So I'm just trying something out here. Let's see. I don't understand how colorless blenders work. I'm just making a mess. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. Ugh. This is just making my paper wet. Also, it's making my tip be less instead of my... Sorry, I got real distracted. Yeah, so last calendar year, 2018, now that it's gone, I officially read 31 books. And a bunch of them were ebooks, but it still counts. So I was pretty pleased with myself, and my goal for this year is 36, but obviously the more the better. I have like a sub goal. I love sub goals. I feel like that's the easiest way to get things done, is to just make your goal and keep breaking it up into smaller and smaller and easier things to do until you get it done. So my sub goal is to read one Agatha Christie a month. I got into her and I really enjoy her and I want to read more of her stuff. So right now I'm listening to The Mysterious Affair at Styles, which is her first novel in Hercule Poirot novel. So I'm excited for that. I need to pick up the pace. Okay, I'm gonna do the spoon. I'm gonna do her in this like weird light pink. Is this actually a skin tone? Sure. Hercule Poirot story. So I'm just really enjoying it. And sometimes they're like predictable and I'm like, oh, this old story. But then I realized, no, she did it first. So everybody else has been copying her. So that's always fun. Because this first one came out in 1920. So the biggest problem with them now is that sometimes they are not appropriate for these times, and there's issues with not political correctness, I want to say, which is gross and hard to read, but you gotta remember that it's written nearly 100 years ago. That book came out. That's crazy and blows my mind. So it's disgusting, but you kind of gloss over it and realize it's a book and it's okay, and that's not what things are like anymore. Or they're getting better. Or you have to hope they're getting better and do your best to make them better, etc., etc. So, yes, that's a sub-goal. I have... Ugh, that looks a mess, but I hope it's just because it's wet. Okay, we're almost ready to get to the background. I'm just going to do this spoon in whatever this color is. It's going to barely be anything, I think. Whoa, that's so much yellower than I thought. This is from the Portrait palette. All these, I don't know if you can see at all the palette next to me, but I showed you in the beginning. So it makes sense that this is a skin tone, but now it's a spoon tone too, because I have very limited colors. I'm just going to do the whole thing. I'm making a mess. I'm making bad choices. Here we go. Beautiful. Okay. It is time to put these away. Okay, all right. I'm sure this is all making the worst noises. I apologize. I hate those noises too. Snap, snap. All right, it is time to attempt a background. So, I think I'm going to use this thing. Q-tips, that's the answer, because I don't want to like ruin these little cotton pads right now. We'll see if this is a terrible idea, because we're learning together. Or you already know and You think I'm foolish. I'm going to make it blue. Should I do just one shade because it's the first time I'm doing this? Should I do... I think I'm going to do the one shade and then try to mix in more. Oh, this is too much. Are we ready? How do we do this? I think I just put too much on my Q-tip because obviously there's a ton. Whew. That looks pretty cool. See, so like if I do put some green on here too, will that blend in and make it look like the sea? I don't know. I think I'll do more blue to start. I'm gonna go around the bubbles. I might not talk for a minute because I'm very, very focused. So I really want to use these in a Sagor Ak Sagner because I've just, again, seen such beautiful work out of that book from so many people. I am jealous. I want to be that good. I also like, when do you stop? Like, do I do the whole page? I feel like not really. Ooh, there's white. Oh, let me get a second. I wonder if that'll do anything. Not very much. And that just made my Q-tip messy. Let's see. What if I did like white in her hair? That can be cool. I feel like that's looking good, right? Can you tell? I can tell in person. Back to blue. I don't think I should have done it that far out. I think I should just do like a dusting around them almost. That's my problem always in general, like even with watercolor or whatever. I don't know how to fade out. I just always want it to look the same. Opacity, I guess. So. So my hand's all blue, but again, I rubbed off a lot of the dust. So that could be why. I think it looks cool, except up here. Also, keeping in mind that this is Create Space paper, so it probably does react differently than other paper. But again, I just wanted to try on something that was single-sided. There's 2 of each image in here. And this is almost my test book. So I'm trying to make her look under the water, in case that wasn't the clearest. Also, tell me if I'm being a fool by using the Q-tip instead of the actual little balls in here. But if it just seems like the balls would just get dirty and then that's the end of them. So how do you keep them nice? Also, should I do the background first or should I do it like this? Because I assumed I didn't want to get the area messy. But now that I'm doing it, maybe I should have done it the other way so that I can cover up any issues I made myself. I don't know. There's so many questions. Oh, that's way too far. Yikes. I guess in theory I could do the whole page so that I can do like designs. I'm basically talking to myself and being crazy, so don't mind me. I guess I'm always talking to myself when I'm filming because Noodles is in the other room and no one else is here. I mean, I think it looks cool. I hope it looks cool on camera. And it's definitely easier than like going in there. Oh, is Mail here? Let's find out together. I think this will definitely be easier when I do more detailed pages. Obviously, this isn't that detailed, and that was the point of being the tester. But she might be, again, trying to go OUT because she didn't last time. But I'm very busy, Noodles. Be right there. Oh, you know she's ready because she's coming to look at me and stare me down. Huh. I mean, it definitely looks cool, so I'm definitely excited for that. This should probably be the ground. Oh well. Let's see. Try to mix in that other color again. I mean, obviously I'm doing it super faint too, so that could be why you can't see the other color. Or it could be because I already pushed in this color. I don't know if we can layer. I think that actually looks pretty cool. I'm excited! Yay! Wow, that's cool. Ugh. She just laid down and is barking, which is my least favorite form of her barking. Like, if you're gonna bark, go investigate. Don't just lay there. Great. I think that might be it. What do you think? So obviously I could have like done the whole page and tried more things, but I don't really know what there's to try right now. Should I try to do anything else? Let's try to fill in these bubbles. Why not? Ooh, I wonder how annoying my blowing noise is with the camera. Oops. I want to use the white. The white does nothing. Yeah, the white does nothing. Okay, yeah. So, clean hand. Mostly clean hand. Does it look clean? Ugh. Seems like a little bit comes off, but it's really not that bad. And that's with crappy paper. I am pretty pleased. Obviously, you can tell that this is my first time doing this, I think. But I'm excited. And I look forward to trying this in my fancier books. So I think that's it for me. Sorry I got real distracted at the end. But I hope you enjoyed. And if you're new here or you're just not subscribed yet, you should. So you can watch me learn more things and color more. Also, I'm so awkward. I'm flailing about wildly back here with awkward hand gestures just off screen. So, Macarena. Boop, boop. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye!